Welcome to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I am the Loner Ranger. This show talks about how to save money when you're purchasing real estate, how to save money when you're getting a mortgage. Maybe you're thinking about buying a home right now. Maybe you're thinking about refinancing. Maybe you want to lower your term of your loan from a 30-year to a 15-year loan. Maybe you're considering cashing out to do home improvements or paying off debt, consolidating it. You know, I love the debt consolidation aspect of a refinance transaction. Even if you're going from a 30 to a 30, and let's say you've got 5 years you've already been paying on your 30-year mortgage. If we can consolidate consumer debt and you can be disciplined enough to not go and charge up your debt again, and that is discipline, because if you're willing to do that, or you're able to do that, or you are considering doing that, then it might defeat the purpose. But if you're looking at debt consolidation, here's the thing. I learned that it's hard to amass wealth and retirement savings when you have a lot of debt. And people sometimes will go, well, I don't want to put all that debt on my mortgage. Oh, so you'd rather have it on a credit card than you would on your mortgage, because your mortgage is giving you tax benefits and your credit cards aren't. Your credit cards, even if they're at a 0 or low interest rate, you're better off to put it on your mortgage and get rid of the credit cards. That doesn't mean close them. It means cut them up. Don't use them. Let's become debt-free. Let's all retire debt-free. Could we do that? Wouldn't that be fun to retire debt-free, including your mortgage? You know, it's interesting. So you take a client that's got a mortgage right now, and maybe they've been paying on it 2, 3, 4, 5 years, maybe longer. We consolidate all their debt. That might mean a car payment. I don't know. I analyze that for each individual on their own merit, but we consolidate the debt. Now, even if your mortgage payment didn't go down, but I'm able to save you, say, $600, $800, $1,000 a month in other debt, then what I do is I give you a game plan on how you can use that same money that you were used to paying consumer debt to now pay off the mortgage, and now that mortgage pays off in, say, 15 years. Well, I had a client the other day. It was paying off in 8.3 years. I'm saving them a ton of money. The mortgage payment physically didn't go down on the 30-year loan, but if they used the same money that they were using to pay off the consumer debt now on the mortgage, because they didn't have any consumer debt, they now had, in 8.3 years, listen to this, 8.3 years, they now had no consumer debt, no credit card debt, no car loans, no student loans, and a mortgage that was paid off in 8.3 years. Okay? I mean, how much better can you get than that? It just makes sense. It just makes sense. So if you're considering looking at opportunities like that, I'll be honest with you. I discourage about 50% of the people that call me to refinance, I discourage from refinancing. Why do I do that? Because some of you, it just doesn't make any sense. But the problem is that most mortgage companies are going to convince you to do it because they can tell you they can reduce your interest rate. Well, just reducing your interest rate doesn't always make sense. Let's look at the whole picture. Let's come up with a plan on what your needs are. Do you want to become debt-free by the time you retire? If you're in your say your 20s and you bought your first home, is it important that we're accelerating that payment on that house right now, or do we need to amass some wealth in our savings account? Well, I believe in a mix. So I don't want mortgage debt, but if I haven't got a lot of money in savings, now is a great time to start doing that. So let's look at the whole picture and make sure that we're looking at this pragmatically, so that you've got a solid game plan. And every one of you might be a little different. Not everybody is the same, so your needs may be different. You know, some of you may say, hey, look, I want to consolidate debt, but you know what? I don't want to pay a lot of extra on my mortgage because I got 2 kids getting ready to go to college. Well, that's a concern. So we've got to make sure that we are addressing those concerns and making sure that we structure your mortgage to meet those demands. So let's talk a little bit. Let's switch gears and let's just talk about purchasing a home right now. Is it the right time to purchase a home? Because have interest rates gone up a little bit? Yeah, they have. Are they still great? They're unbelievable. They're absolutely unbelievable. However, are they as good as they were in October and November? No, they're not. They're not. And they're going up. And so's your gas prices. And so's inflation. And so's everything else. It's all going to go up. And people become kind of polarized by that. And they're like, oh my God, this is going to be a disaster. Listen, ignore that. It's going to happen. Interest rates are going to continue to go up. Housing prices are going to continue to go up. And some people think that, oh my God, I don't want to get in the market right now because things are going up too rapidly. So I can tell you that it happened in 1953. It happened in 1974. It happened in 1985. It's going to happen again. But all those people, I can tell you, if you bought in say 1953, when your average house was between $3,500 and $7,500, if you bought that home and you still had that home, do you think you'd be making a ton of money on it? Sure, because that home could be worth $400,000 today. Was it a good investment? It was an amazing investment. It's not going to change. Every time we go through valuation changes and things start to appreciate or things become more expensive due to inflation, it's going to change the market. But what happens is there's a segment of the population, and many of you may be listening to my show right now, that becomes polarized by that. They're like, oh my God, everything's going up. It's not the right time. I need to think about it. No, it's actually the best time. And the reason that the rich get richer is they ignore those things and you don't. Stop focusing on the change, the downside to things because maybe they're getting more expensive, and just get into the market. You're going to be fine. So let's just look at people were complaining last year because the housing prices were going up and builders are raising their prices like crazy. But the house that you paid for in 2019, by the end of 2020, if you paid $250, which was your average price, was worth $280. You made $30,000 on that. And you thought you overpaid. You didn't overpay. You made a ton of money. And now, 2021, it's even getting higher. And it's going to continue to rise because lumber is going to go up. It's continuing to go up. It's 3 times more than it was in 2019. It's going to go up another 3 times. The cost of labor is going up. Everybody's going to get raises. It's all going to equal out at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if you make $8 an hour or $15 an hour. It all balances out. People that want that minimum wage change, that's fine. Give them the minimum wage change. I don't have any problem with that. But at the end of the day, your buying power won't be any greater than it is today. I hope you realize that. It's no greater. It's just that everything else goes up along with it. So your $15 becomes the same buying power that $7 was before. It all balances out. If you want to make more money, then find ways to make more money. First thing is, look, I'm a 10th grade dropout, so I'm not the most intelligent guy you'll ever meet. But what I am is I'm smart enough to realize that my wealth will be made in real estate, and it has been made in real estate, and it's been made the easy way in real estate. If you want to learn my technique on my Leapfrog program on how to buy a home for minimum amount down, keep it, then rent it, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it 5 times or more, then you can get into my Retire as a Millionaire class. It's going to be on April 28th. It is a Zoom class. It's going to be Wednesday at 6 p.m. You must go to WeBringYouHome.com. Write that down, WeBringYouHome.com, and you can get into my wealth building class. I'm going to show you all the things that I did to amass wealth in real estate the easy way. Like, I didn't come up with a ton of money to put down. I never did. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have that much money when I started. So if that's you and you want to get into the game, don't hesitate. Get into the game now. But we're going to buy primaries only. We're going to keep them for a while. We're going to rent them out, and we're going to repeat. Okay? Just like washing your hair. Okay? Wash, rinse, repeat. We're going to keep doing that 5 times until we amass that wealth. But I'll show you in my program how you can amass $2.1+ million over a 20-year period of time. Now, you might think, oh, my God, I can't wait that long. You'll wait that long, and you'll get it. But you're going to get it the easy way because you're going to have other people depositing the money into your account. Go to WeBringYouHome.com, register for my class. It is a limited seats available. It is Zoom, but I only have 100 seats available. So, and I fill these things up pretty quickly. So that would be on April the 28th at 6 p.m. If you're a real estate agent, if you are considering purchasing a home, now is the time to get in and register for that class. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger Radio Show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, 407-706-3313.